What's up, everyone? Welcome back to MattTalkTV. With Elimination Chamber coming up, we're looking forward to the biggest show of the year, WrestleMania 41. I put together my full two-night match card prediction based on what's currently happening in WWE and where I think things might be heading. So let's not waste any time. Here's what I've got for night one and night two. So my first prediction, the match opening the show on night one, is actually going to be the Women's World Championship match. I'm putting in Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Liv Morgan. I think that, and I kind of went over this in my last video, but I think Liv Morgan's going to win the Elimination Chamber tonight. I'm actually currently recording this like 2 or 3 hours before the Elimination Chamber. But I kind of forgot to make this video, and I'm trying to get it in. But I think on top of that, like I alluded in the last video, is there's going to be some shenanigans and a no contest between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley on this Monday night's Raw. Therefore, kind of putting her in the match. I don't think we can leave Io Sky off of the WrestleMania card, and I think this is how she gets in. It's going to create a great opportunity. I mean, Rhea could still retain. Io Sky could win. The only option I don't want happening here is Liv Morgan winning the belt. Next, I've got the WWE Tag Team Championship match, second match of the night. This is going to be a fatal four-way match. I'm doing DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns versus Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. With everything that's going on right now, with the Street Profits like attacking everyone, they are certainly going to be in this match. DIY are the champions, so they're definitely going to be in the match. And then Pretty Deadly and Motor City Machine Guns have been bystanders in all this, but they've also been part of the story. So I'd love this match to kind of come in this way, and I actually would love Pretty Deadly to win this, and then they can come and do their musical post WrestleMania. I do think the Street Profits eventually get it, but I think Pretty Deadly gets this here. Next, I have a singles match between Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Now, we don't have any, there's not been anything stated that's going to be the match, right? But with Karrion Kross, like, prodding Sami Zayn in the shadows and whatnot, I think this match could be a sleeper match of the night. I don't think it's going to be the match of the night, but I think it could be the third best match of night one or second best match of night one. I think this could be really, really intriguing, and I believe Karrion Kross should be on this WrestleMania card. He's super underrated, and with what he's been doing recently, he deserves a spotlight on this card. Next, for match 4 of night 1, we've got the Women's United States Championship match. I'm doing Chelsea Green versus Piper Niven. Again, not really any threads to this story yet, except for there's been like a couple drops in the hat of, Chelsea attacking Piper, accidentally hitting Chelsea. I think this would be a really good WrestleMania moment. This partners turn rivals. I think this is an easy match to put on the card. I don't think, because currently they're teasing, I guess, Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green. And while I think that would be a good match, I think this would be a better match on the WrestleMania card. So I think this is what I'm going to go with, and I'm going to go with Piper Niven actually winning this match. Match 5 of WrestleMania 41 Night 1, I've got a United States triple threat match. That's right, we got LA Knight, with Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes, and Jimmy Uso, which is kind of Jey Uso light right now. They are kind of hamming it up that he's basically just Jey. It's like they forgot they're trying to differentiate the two. But I think LA Knight's going to win this title back from Shinsuke. He just won a number 1 contenders match last night. So I think I think he's going to come in as the champion. I think Jacob Fatu should be in this match. And I think Jimmy Uso is going to be the ultimate winner of this match because we'll touch on that in a little bit. But I think Jimmy Uso wins this match and wins his first single gold. Next, we've got match number 6. It took me a while to come up with this match, and it's not because it's not an obvious one. I think this is an obvious match, but it was what I'm going to eventually, one of the later matches, I was going to have him in this match, but I couldn't figure out an opponent for this other person. So we're going to have John Cena versus Logan Paul. I think all the teasers are going to be seeing interviews with Logan calling out John Cena. I think that's the logical next match for Logan Paul. Maybe not for John Cena. John Cena, a lot of people want him to be in that WWE Undisputed title picture, but I don't see it happening. I think, again, John Cena's story is going to be failure upon failure upon failure upon struggle. And I just think that this is his. I know people really hate that this is going to be like his last WrestleMania match, and for it to potentially be John Cena versus Logan Paul. But I think it's the best position to put them on the card. I think John Cena actually wins this match. I think he breaks his like 2,000 something day streak of losing in singles matches. I think Logan Paul has nothing to lose this match, and I think Cena needs to win a match, and it'll start kickstarting him getting more opportunities later in the year, like with Money in the Bank, maybe King of the Ring. Um, but I think Logan doesn't have to win this match. Match 7 is one that we all kind of know is probably going to be on this card, especially with them doing Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn Elimination Chamber. I don't think they rematch at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens versus a returning Randy Orton. He may return at Elimination Chamber. He may return at one of these SmackDowns that they're doing in the UK. So I think that we're going to see Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton in a street fight. I think Randy Orton probably wins this match unless they're going to like continue something with Kevin Owens, but I think Randy Orton's going to win this match. And lastly, we have our main event for night 1. I think it's going to be the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. This one's not a long stretch. It's already been announced. Charlotte's already chosen Tiffany. That match is set in stone. I have a problem with this match. While I think this is a dream match. I think this is a great like passing of the torch moment. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be them giving the title to Charlotte after an injury. To quote Santi Zap, three things promised in life: life, death, taxes. Oh, sorry, there's 4 things, and Charlotte Flair winning a title after coming back from injury. Fortunately, I do think Charlotte Flair wins this match. I know, and they do that a lot whenever people get their first title run. They don't do a super long run, super dominant run. Just kind of testing the waters. I can kind of remember that like a CM Punk 2008 with the World Heavyweight title. It wasn't super long. Something of that nature. But I think this is, Tiffany Stratton's got everything looking up. So I think that while this will be disappointing because of the outcome, I think that she will be fine and she will be a world champion again. All right, now moving on to night 2 with the first match I have here. I have the World Heavyweight Championship match for Jey Uso versus Gunther. Much like the last match on night 1, this match is already set in stone. It's already solidified. And I think this is the perfect place on the card. We kind of see what we did with like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre last year, first on the card. Fortunately, I don't think this is big enough to main event. And we still haven't seen the build up, so hopefully it gets better. But like this is like the 4th or 5th time that Jey Uso is facing Gunther for a championship in like the last year. That being said, I think this is going to be a great match. I think Jey Uso is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and that him and Jimmy will stand tall both with a singles championship at the beginning of this night. So that's who I've got there. I think Jey Uso, being the Royal Rumble winner was a huge surprise. Nobody really saw that coming, and if you say you did, you are lying. Nonetheless, this will be a really good match, and I think it'd be a great way to start night 2, just like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre did last year. Second match of night 2, I have got the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. And this one, this is a little bit reaching, but I think this would be a great follow-up match for one they had last year. This is going to be Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch hasn't been around in some time. She takes some time off. I think, rumors are she's coming back. I think her first match back being against Lyra Valkyria, because last time they had a match, Lyra's still in NXT. That's for the NXT Women's Champion. That's who dethroned Becky. So I think this would be a great full circle moment, great Mania moment for Lyra, great moment for Becky returning. And I don't think it necessarily has to be, Becky doesn't have to return until WrestleMania for this match to happen. Should they force some build? Maybe. But it could also be like Lyra puts up an open challenge, and we haven't seen one of those since like 38 when like Seth Rollins had a mystery competitor and Cody Rhodes returned. So I think maybe an open challenge IC championship match with Becky returning could be a great option here. And I think Becky Lynch should actually win this match. I know I'm like changing a lot of championships, but I think that's what WrestleMania is kind of for. Like I hated. I think it was it 39 where like not many, if at all, championships changed. I want to see that. I want to see championships change. I'm tired of seeing these super long runs. The Roman Reigns thing really killed us as an audience. But so I'm gonna have Becky Lynch win this match, and I think she's gonna get a huge pop for her return. For the third match of the night, we have the World Tag Team Championship match. Now, I played around with this of being a multi-team match, but I'm just doing a straight-up singles tag, or like a tag team match, 2-on-2. That's going to be War Raiders versus the New Day. Clearly, with the New Day heel turn, they are building up a story here. I don't think it's going to be directly with the War Raiders. The story is more just about the New Day returning to prominence after turning heel. And I think they're going to win the championship. Again, another tag team or another championship rather changing hands. And we might have every championship change by the end of the night. Who knows? We shall see. But nonetheless, I think once again the New Day is going to win tag team gold at WrestleMania. So for the fourth match of Night 2 of WrestleMania 41, I've got a no disqualification match here set to take place between Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Now, we all know that they released a video showing that, or implying that, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are the attackers. I think most people can see through that it's not them. I think Jade does interfere in the Elimination Chamber match to take her revenge against who I think the attackers are, which is either Naomi or Bianca, whether it was Bianca straight up and Jade was getting her revenge, or Naomi being the attacker and Bianca defending her even potentially. So I think you could do either that. I don't think Bianca Belair would go heel, so I want to say it's probably going to be Naomi. Maybe Jade Cargill actually turns heel and she's the heel character here. But again, I think we all know this match has been rumored and gonna most likely take place at WrestleMania. People were hoping for SummerSlam. Some people were hoping for Bad Blood. Some people were hoping for XYZ. I think it's gonna be this WrestleMania. I don't know that you can wait any longer. This is a dream match that I think should happen at 41. If they want to make this even bigger than last year, they've got to put on dream matches. And I think this would be a great one to add to the prestige of WrestleMania 41. Moving on to match 5 of my 2. I've got a 6-man Intercontinental Championship ladder match between Braun Breaker, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Penta, Sheamus, and I'm throwing in Dominic Mysterio. So clearly we've had standoffs with Braun Breaker and AJ Styles. I think we just had one with Finn Balor. Penta thrown in the mix I think is great. Give him his WrestleMania debut. Sheamus never won the IC title. Dominic, I think he's just a hard worker. Great improvements, and I think he should be part of this match. Now the question is, who wins this match? A lot of people are going to immediately say Sheamus because he's never won the Intercontinental title, and that's the only one he never won. I don't think Sheamus needs to win the Intercontinental Championship ever. Not everyone needs to win every championship. I know a lot of people are like, well, John Cena needs the IC title run so you can complete. John Cena doesn't need it. Sheamus doesn't need it. I think anyone else here can benefit from that championship. I think Finn Balor would be a great one to benefit from it because he's been, people call him, I don't call him this, but people call him Pin Balor because he just takes pins. Honestly, I think this might be the only one I have retaining, but Braun Breaker retains. I think it's the greatest way to keep building him up. If I were to have like a second person win it, honestly, Dominic Mysterio. I think he needs to win singles gold to reward him for all his improvement and the hard work he puts in. He's there every week. But I think this would be a really fun match. And, we got to have a ladder match on the card, Next, we're moving on to match 6 of night 2, which is going to be a match that's been rumored, and then they said they weren't. And it's been rumored that it wasn't going to happen. It's going to be rumored it has. I think they're still setting up for it. They kind of set up even more for it last night on SmackDown. It's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. I don't know where else to put these two on the card, so I think this is where they go. I know it's not the main event, or not the main event, but it's not the match Drew McIntyre wants and probably deserves, but he just doesn't fit anywhere else here unless he's going to go against Cena or like Logan Paul. And I don't think either of those matches probably fit here. So I think this is going to be a match I think Drew McIntyre wins and moves forward, and I think that's the end of that one. Now we're moving on to the match that's happening right before the main event. This match has been rumored. Not a whole lot of development since the Royal Rumble. I'm, of course, talking about a singles match between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. After that vicious double Goomba stomp on Roman Reigns and then the stomp on the steps. And then after WrestleMania 40 last year, I think it's quite clear that this match is going to be on the card no matter what. I know originally it was rumored to be a triple threat with Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, but you'll see here in a second why I don't have that as a match. I think this works better as a singles match. They could even add a stipulation to this. Like, this could be a Hell in a Cell match, last man standing, something like that. But I currently just have it as a singles match just as to not overdo it on the card. I already have, I think, 3 stipulation match, 2 of them basically being a no DQ, and then a ladder match. They don't generally go buck wild with the stipulations at WrestleMania, which could be a missed opportunity, but it's a lot of setup, so, like, you can't have, like, I would love to see a 3 stages of hell match here, or even somewhere else in the card, but I'm not sure who wins this match. It's a 50-50, it's a toss-up. Do you build up Seth Rollins? Do you build up Roman Reigns? Like, it just really depends on what the story next for them is. Like, so it just kind of depends. We could, maybe theorize about that post WrestleMania, but for now, I'm not even going to pick a winner here. I don't think it matters, but I guess if you held a gun to my head, I would say Roman Reigns wins this match. And the moment you all have been waiting for, the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania 41. It's probably clear who it is based on all the other matches I have here, but we are going with, for the WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk in a one-on-one match. Clearly, this all hinges on the Elimination Chamber tonight. Like we've discussed, I think I discussed briefly in the last video about, it could be Cena, it could be a triple threat here. I kind of like the one-on-one match better because the build is going to be money on, it's going to be money. With Cena there, we don't know what the build's going to look like because he's not been around, and I just don't see it changing. So we have Punk, we have Cody Rhodes. There's another variable here too with The Rock and selling Cody's soul to The Rock or anybody else. So, like I said in my predictions video, I don't think Cody Rhodes sells his soul tonight. If he does, it'll be, he'll turn heel in the middle of this match. The other thing I can see is Punk swooping in and taking the offer, to ensure he gets his WrestleMania main event, give him everything he wants to deserve. They had a segment last night where Punk's like, young Punk would have taken this up in a heartbeat, and maybe things haven't really changed as much as since he was younger. So maybe he wants to, become corporate Punk, and we could get this. I really, really would want Punk to win a title in this run, especially right now. I know he doesn't need it. He's already a Hall of Famer, but just adding to his legacy, that belt would look great on him. The stories you could tell with Punk, you can do a match with KO, you can do a match with Roman, you can run it back with Cody, Seth, Drew, Gunther, because Gunther's going to, in my booking, he's going to be without a title. So, there's so many things you could do here. And, it can take so many twists and turns. And we still have, after tonight, still 6 to 7 weeks left until WrestleMania. So, This is anybody's game. I think I'm actually going to go with Cody Rhodes to retain. I think heel Cody Rhodes is something I've been waiting for so long since he's been back in the WWE, and especially after seeing like his run in New Japan and Ring of Honor. His AEW heel run was a little weird, but he was trying to like not be so meta. It really didn't work, and that's kind of, I mean, it's kind of part of the reason he's back in WWE. On top of, things that he won't talk about, which, that's neither here nor there. But, we don't really like these long runs anymore, but Cody turning heel could put a new twist on this and extend the run till, SummerSlam or later. But I think Cody's winning. I think Cody wins. Super Cena, but with Cody. But I think this will be much more intriguing than the Super Cena days. And that's my WrestleMania 41 match card prediction. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments what matches you'll think we'll see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. Don't forget, I will be dropping my Elimination Chamber tier list. Maybe not right after show, but by tomorrow, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching Matt Talk TV. Catch you in the next one.